Hello, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to a fresh, new, out of the box episode of Writing Feels Like Love, affectionately known as Waffle, the Waffle Podcast. I am your host, Sisi Posojola, and it's another day, another very emotional rant about some form of thing that has affected me today that I have to pick up a mic and share it with you guys. So, as I said in yesterday's episode, that I am embarking on this new journey of vocal training. I want to take my voice incredibly seriously this year, not only in a psychological, emotional sense, but also in a technical and physical sense. And so I've gotten myself a vocal coach who is going to train my voice, train me into becoming a better communicator, a better voice person, and in her regard as well, also sharpen up some vocals there. Not to say that I'm going to be releasing a track now, not to say that I'm going to be releasing a track, but I think there's a lot of power and psychological stuff hidden in our voices. I think this year's press run, or I can say last year's press run of all the movies that are happening, or at least in the Western world, I watched a Actors on Actors. Maybe I did touch on this in the last episode, but the episode I watched on Actors with Cynthia Erivo and Angelina Jolie, who both starred on music centered, singing centered films. Angelina Jolie being her first time actually singing on stage and singing on camera and singing in general. It was it really did push me to take this leap and actually take my voice seriously. The way that they speak about the power of a woman's voice and how, throughout her years and throughout just general life, that voice can start to shrink and be hidden and be softened and be quieted throughout her life, from people saying that she can't do stuff. It all is connected, I feel. And I think my voice box is something that I've always wanted to work on and wanted to be more confident in, because I think if you know how to present yourself, like, looks is one thing, it's beautiful. Like, your style, having a very clear identity physically is a beautiful thing. Like, your personality manifested in your clothing, in your style, is amazing. I definitely do root for that. You do need to have a personal style to define yourself or just to express yourself. But coupled with that is also the power of how you sound and how you project yourself verbally, audibly, to the world. So yeah, I wanted to talk about my session today. Today was my very, very first session. It was extremely nerve-wracking, but it did remind me of what I feel like my theme for this year is, alongside other themes. It's to not be hidden. It is to open yourself and to showcase yourself, to be serious about yourself. My friend Cindy, aka Nafeli Bata, was telling me this a couple of days ago, because she listened to the very first episode of my podcast. Yes, I just released it. She listened to the episode, and I think the one thing, and it's something that she's told me for years, but now I think she's like very, very serious about it, is number one, she told me that I need to find my why. Why am I doing this? In my first episode, I touched on Kelsey being my motivator for starting it, although I see her more as a catalyst rather than the full purpose, because I think I've always wanted to come back to the space of speaking and having people listen and us having conversations. I never knew it was going to be as vulnerable again. I thought the next time I come back to podcasting, it was going to be more on tackling an insecurity of mine, which is again vulnerable, but more on like I was going to touch on colorism and how that has affected me in my upbringing and how it affects a lot of people around the world till this day. So it was going to be a very, like, I might go back to it. I really, really love the idea of talking about that. So I thought it was more going to be a topic of discussion, or at least my entire podcast was just going to be about that topic, and I would dissect it and talk about it with other people, how they experience it in different cultures. I think I should actually, I don't want to be a jack of all trades, but it is actually a good idea to go back to it, or to go back to it someday, because being in Dubai now, you are exposed to all types of cultures, all types of upbringings, whereas Had I done it in South Africa, I'd done it those years ago when I wanted to, it was going to be a very linear perspective because it would be me and the people around me. But now it can be a different perspective because there's so many people with different cultures and stuff. But I'll park that. So I never knew that I was going to go back to podcasting and be vulnerable again. I thought I was done with it. I thought it was good. Like the first season of my first podcast, which is called Nyamatsu, which is still the love of my life, was very deep and like so deep that I don't like visiting those episodes sometimes because I wrote them in a time when I was feeling very, very vulnerable. And so to have that on the internet is a little bit scary. So I need to hide that podcast until I'm strong enough again to have it in the ether again. But yeah, to come back a second time and still do this now, I'm doing something even more personal on top of that by releasing and talking about the letters I write to Fumi. God, guys, man, I swear, I love to cut myself open. I love to cut myself open and showcasing whatever is inside in aim to release, as if I'm not releasing, but in an aim to express and release. And my God, my why is to have other people also feel brave enough to do the same. It brings me so much joy, guys. It brings me absolute joy to have someone see my work and be like, I can do that too. I know most people hate that. They hate that because it's like, oh, you think you can replicate what I did? How dare you? No, it's like you inspired someone, like how Cynthia Riva has now inspired me to take my voice seriously by having a vocal coach. You know, it's whatever you do has inspired someone else to kind of do the same for them in their capacity. It's beautiful. It's my life's work. I have a 9 to 5 and my corporate job, even in the work that I really am passionate about at work that I do, it's always about other people. It's always about how can we give a voice to the marginalized? Obviously in between the actual things that my bread and butter, like I need to do sales and stuff. I need to actually sell real estate and things. But in between that, like the passion projects that we do, like proactively, or even if a new brief comes along where you can actually be creative in real estate, it's always about how can I just be part of the voices that give other people voices and just give them the autonomy to also experience life as anyone else would. It's the purpose of my life's work, I swear. So talking about my vocal session today, yeah. I think I really underestimated, or maybe it's not underestimated, because I know that singing is 100% it's an athletic sport as well. It is an athletic sport because you need to be physically fit to carry your voice. So you need to be physically strong as well to be able to hold those notes, to hold your voice, to keep that breath work, to know when to breathe, when to speak. It is an art form. I know it's an art form, but like for me, art has always come naturally. And so it's always been just a case of pouring, like what I do every day. Like it's just me picking up a piece of paper with a pen and pouring, speaking to someone, speaking on a mic and pouring. It hasn't been. It was like opening a tap and letting whatever needs to come out. Whereas in vocal training, it is like opening the tap with a wrench, like with us. It's not that thing that it's like my vocal tap has been closed and shut and it's rusted. That now having to open it is taking work, like physical labor, to open me up and open this tap and spill. Because it's a completely different ball game. And for me, I haven't even gotten to the crux of it. Like, I only had one session, and I'm already very much excited for the things that I'm learning. Like, my coach, I have homework now, guys. I have homework. I have a routine that I need to create for myself, that includes the 9 to 5 and my vocal training, because I don't go there every week. I can't go there every week and let that first day be the first time I've done anything. It's compound effort. So every day I need to do something. I need to work on something each and every day to get to Sunday. And then when I get to Sunday, which is when my training is, I then have a new regime or a new schedule to add on to what I've done. It's really fascinating. It's like giving me life, to be honest. Living in Dubai and the way that my lifestyle has been structured, it's very like sporadic. Where if my heart wants to do something, it does. But if it doesn't, then I would stay at home for weeks on end. And I'm unfazed. All I would do is go to the office and come home. I'm still very much comfortable in that space. But what had happened now on Fridays, God had put a feeling in my heart of, you know what, do something different right now. And I had like denied it. I was like, oh God, really? Like, should I? I mean, I can just go home. I'm tired. I worked late for 2 nights in a row. It would do me so much justice to just go home, sit on my couch, sit on my bed, and just decompress. And I'm like, okay, no, God wants me to do something. And so I took a train or metro to this place called Expo 2020. It's simple for me. It was just like I had to just stay in the train that I would normally take until the very last stop. When I got there, it was so beautiful. It's so futuristic. And in that moment, I was like, so this is what God was saying. This is what God was doing. Like, it wasn't a case of, yes, you could stay at home and decompress and, regain your strength in that way. But you must, if you've already spilt your cup and you have given so much to your work that you worked late nights back to back and you're feeling extremely drained, filling that cup up with new experiences is also a form of restoration. It isn't more exhausting or more draining. If anything, it's like a kid. If you take a kid out to a park, they will play their heart out, they'll be fascinated, they'll meet new friends, they'll do all of that, run their social battery to the ground, and then when they get home, they'll have the deepest sleep, most brilliant sleep they'll ever have. That's how I felt. I felt like a kid who was in the playground. It was a night playground. There were people there. It was cool. It was really fascinating. It was something I had seen for the first time. And I think that's what God was also telling me, like, explore. Do things for the first time again. Because it's so easy to get in a routine that doesn't have much. It doesn't really challenge you in a way. So now you can be challenged. Now you can, try to be lost and see new places and meet new people who are going to show you new places. So yeah, that was a very eye-opening moment for me. I really, really enjoyed that day trip. I was there for, I think, 3-4 hours. When I got home, I was tired. I had dinner. Came out about like 11:10. I watched one episode of Young Rich and African. No, is it Rich? Young, Famous and African. Watched that, passed out. It was so brilliant. Saturday, I was like, I'm not getting up from this bed. I did what I wanted to do on Friday. It was beautiful. So now incorporating this vocal training and having routine in between my what might feel like a very monotonous routine is exciting, because each time I'm going to feel myself getting better, and I'm glad that I'm documenting it. I really wanted to document my first day of that vocal training lesson, because I think it's changed my life. Very dramatic, but yeah, I think it really has. It's really, really one thing to take yourself seriously. And yes, that's what my friend Nefeli Bata / Cindy was saying. She was like, you need to take yourself seriously. You need to take your audience seriously. If you want to do this thing like really like in a serious way, take your people seriously. Formulate what you're gonna say. Do a little bit of planning. Like Zqabise basically, and Uqabisa means see your worth, basically, if I would say it, the nuance of it. Like, see your worth and act accordingly. And so, yeah, that's my theme for 2025, not to be hidden, to see my worth, to take myself seriously as much as I take my work seriously, as much as I take my bosses seriously, I need to also take myself seriously. And step one is the vocal. Okay, as you know the drill, we open a box. We open a box, we take out a page. We learn. Let's see what we're learning today. Let's see what page we're going to take out today. Oh, interesting. What is this? Oh, okay. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. So in this box has my letters to Fumi, 100%. It has little notebooks in it as well that I also write to Fumi on top of the like paper letters. And then it also has letters that I've received. If someone has written me a letter or like written me a cute little post-it note that has a cute little character on it or whatever it is that I was like, oh my gosh, I want to remember this. I put it in the box. It's like literally my box of trinkets and memories. It's not just for me. It's like present me and everything I've accumulated in that moment. So the letter that I just took out now is crazy because this is actually from Cindy. This is actually from Cindy, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I love how God does this. Guys, synchronicities are insane because I did not think I was going to take this letter out. Anyway, this was a letter from Cindy and our other POCs. The POCs are the people I used to work with in my first job, which are all the people of color that we worked with. They had a group. They will now and always be the loves of my life. I'm still friends with all of them. Some closer than others, but those are my people. So on my 25th birthday, my partner at the time had thrown me a surprise birthday party. And so Cindy wasn't living in the country at the time the party was being thrown. And so she's so cute. She's so cute. And so she wasn't able to attend. So she got me a gift. She and the POCs got me a gift, which was a massage at 12 Apostles. If you know 12 Apostles in Cape Town, South Africa, you need to know about it. It's just this beautiful, beautiful hotel and spa. So they have the best facilities. It's beautiful. It's in the mountain overlooking the ocean. Oh, 10 out of 10. Love a good 12 Apostles. So they got me a spa voucher there because that's also where my birthday party was. And so, yeah, let me read it. So it says, it's dated 9th of April, 2021. Dear Chichi. Chichi is me. My gosh, I haven't seen this in a minute. Dear Chichi, Chichi's me. I am sorry I couldn't be with you on this very fabulous birthday. I would have loved to be there to make sure your outfit is killer without giving away too much for your surprise. To distract you and make sure you have a walking selfie stick and camera crew to record your every move. Girl, she's literally this person. She really is a walking selfie stick. Again, love of my life. However, I'm still very excited for you nonetheless because you're in good company. I hope this goes some way in showing how loved and appreciated you are. I gathered some of your secret admirers together to bring you this gift, which I hope you will enjoy. Happy New Year. Do celebrate yourself in every way this year, big or small. Malangane Sindiswa Chichi girl, which is what I call her. Yeah, I was hoping that this would be somehow linked to finding my voice and not being hidden, but I love how God had just sent me this letter from Cindy after I just mentioned her. As Cindy's literally my confidant. She's someone who has been along with me in my 20s. I've been along with her in her 20s. We've seen each other grow in so many remarkable ways. And so her advice is like always straight up. She softens, but she's also tough as nails. So it's nice that just another nod from the universe to show how much this person cares. And I think I'll highlight one thing from this letter, which is do celebrate yourself in every way this year, big or small. And I will keep that promise. This year's the year, guys. 2025, there's something quite beautiful about it. There's something quite beautiful about it. I hope, even in your own capacity, in your own space, in whatever time you find yourself in, that you can also have a friend like Cindy, number one. But more than anything, to also celebrate yourself and all your wins. Just celebrate everything that's about you. Don't hide. Gosh, this is like a letter to me as well. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself. Show up. You are not the sunflower that follows the sun. You are the sun itself. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. That was my letter. My letter to Cindy to say thank you, but also my letter to the self, to always, 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 always be there for her. Her is me. Her could be you, not gender specific. Thank you so much for joining me on Writing Feels Like Love. Thank you for joining me on the Waffle Podcast, where we just sit and talk about writing, talk about how it moves me and how it hopefully can move you. Yeah, one more thing, last thing, take yourself seriously. Yeah. That's the parting note. Take yourself seriously. Put yourself first. Celebrate your wins. Don't hide. You are the sun, not just a sunflower. I love you so much, my beautiful people, and I will see you next week.